Yo, she crazy. Hi guys, welcome back to Dear Desperada. I'm Joanna.
I'm Danny.
I'm Rhonda.
And this week we wanted to discuss bro code, girl code, holding your friends accountable, whether it's your family, friends, spouse, whoever. But first I want to talk about our work week. So how was your work week, Danny?
It was lovely.
She said that, so it was lovely. How was your work week, Rhonda?
It was good. Short week.
Short week.
My week ended on Wednesday, so no complaints.
For real? And you didn't tell me?
Yeah, we spent Wednesday night together.
Oh, yes, we did.
Oh, yes. They watched the new Regina King and Idris album.
Harder They Fall.
Yes.
Was it good?
It was a really good movie.
Really good.
Aww.
I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to tell y'all the story, but I'm not going to lie. Idris Elba storyline at the end, I felt for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really felt for him.
Yep.
I understood everything he did and why it was... I would have did the same thing. I felt for him. Idris, you did a wonderful, wonderful job.
Shout out, Idris.
Oh, and Regina Hall.
Yes.
Regina King.
She slayed that role.
You did. Regina King.
So did she write and produce it, or she
did something. I'm not sure. I don't know if she produced it or what. I can't remember in the credits.
Did y'all know that she's the voice? Did y'all ever watch the Boondocks?
The Boondocks.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. She's amazing.
Well, before we get started, we are sipping on Barefoot Fruscato Mango, and it's almost gone because
We needed it.
and we were just
Definitely.
chatting and catching up on some things, and so I just wanted to dive into the topic again because I meant to mention this earlier. Danny and I were having a heated discussion last night. Well, with the guys.
When don't we?
And we were having the discussion of bro code, girl code. If you see your partner or your friend or a family member or somebody doing something that is shady, would you call them out on it, or would you just kind of like pull them to the side and say something, or would you not say nothing at all? You go mind your business and drink your water or your wine.
And mind the business that pays me.
So, as far as girl code go, me personally, I'm going to address the situation right then and there. If my girlfriend is doing something wrong, I'm going to address her. I'm going to pull her to the side, or I'm going to have a private conversation with her on the phone or whatever. But I'm going to let her know, hey, this isn't acceptable. This is what you're doing. It's up to you to take it or leave it. At this point, this is just my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm just letting you know how I feel and how it's coming across. That's me holding that person accountable. And you could take it or leave it. But at the end of the day, I told you. However, if I see her boo with another woman, we on a different story. Because the first thing I'm doing is I'm calling her. And I'm like, hey girl, I see your man over here with somebody else and it ain't you. So what you want me to do? Like, I had this instance. It was... This is when I realized when I should say something. Because at first I was like, So I think it was like, I don't know how many years ago, but I was in the car with my husband and I saw my cousin's husband walking past with another girl.
Ooh. Okay.
And I didn't call her. I didn't say anything. I didn't even address him. So, but I did tell my mom.
Wait, what's your mom gonna do about it?
She told my cousin.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
And my cousin called me, cursing me out. Danny, if you see my man with somebody else, you better call and tell me. Don't be sitting here saying you see my man go tell another person, and then don't sit here and call me and tell me you seen him. She was like, and not only that, if you would have addressed the situation right then and there, you would have found out it was his daughter.
Oh, okay. Well, and see, that's when it could go wrong. Because what if you would have came in there guns blazing and was ready to fight, and he like, ho, pump your brakes.
Right.
That's not what this is.
There's never any good news when you're giving that message, and you're always going to get persecuted 9 times out of 10.
That is true.
So do you feel like it's harder to check your friend? Like, tell her, oh yeah, you doing something wrong, or check, your guy friend?
It depends on the relationship.
Yes, and it depends on the person. Some people don't want to know, and some people don't care about your opinion, and you got to take that into consideration.
Like
some
you
people
said, know your audience.
Yep. Some people, they want to know, girl, listen, hey, if you see this and this, you better call me, record it, send me a message. Fine, I know what to do accordingly. I think that as friends, you should always have that conversation just to know if it happens, how to approach the situation. But I always say, get evidence first, then call.
So what do you think about guys? Like, I always use this example because guys, you know how the hair salon is where we go to gossip. Guys go to the barbershop to gossip. So a lot of times guys be sitting around a barbershop and they're talking about what they've done, who they done, what they about to do. And their friends be sitting right there just condoning the crap. And do you think that they should say something? Or do you like, I guess guy code is like, oh, we're in a barbershop. This is what stays in the bar. What's said in the barbershop stays in the barbershop. Do you think they should say something, or should they just kind of like condone condone it? Because here's another thing. What if the person is friends with you?
And that's tricky.
And your spouse is talking about you. That is very tricky. I agree. I think that with guys, it's always different than women. Women are more confrontational about holding each other accountable, and with men usually just say something and leave it there. So in my opinion, I think they should say something, not publicly, but pull them to the side, be like, bro, what are you doing? But most men say something once. If they say anything at all, and whatever they choose to do, that's on them. So I don't know, but I think it's just different between men and women.
I 100% agree with her. I recently actually had a conversation with a gentleman about that. And I actually asked him the same question, because I was like, what do you consider bro code? And I gave him that example. And he was like, if his man is out of pocket and cheating on his wife and he know they got a good thing going on and stuff like that, he said, I'm going to address him privately and let him know how I feel. And he was like, that's that. He was like, even if I see the wife outside doing her, I'm not going to say anything to him about it.
Okay.
And I was like, what? But that caught me like off guard. Hold on, you're not going to say anything to your friend that his wife is cheating? He said, no, it's none of my business.
But do you think that by saying something, you could prevent the situation from getting worse?
His outtake on that was basically, if someone is stepping out, is because there's already a problem going on in the root of the relationship.
Okay.
However, I don't always agree with that, because you do have men who out here who do have good wives and good women, and who are out here cheating, have 2 homes, and have a wife in one house and have their side chick on another. Like they got this great life and they don't know about each other. And so at the end of the day, what can you do? All you could do is tell your friend, hey, this is not right, but it's up to them to live their life the way they want to live their life. It doesn't necessarily have to be something wrong within the relationship. Some people just don't know how to commit.
Right. And not interested in it at all. They want their cake and
eat it too.
Well, here's something even on a lighter subject. If you see your girlfriend wearing something that, or like your friend or a guy friend, wearing something that you think is questionable, you like, whether you think that is tacky or it's not age appropriate, because we are women of a particular age, and so I feel like we do a good job of dressing nicely, but we still
slay.
But then there's some women that I've seen that I'm just like,
you know what I say, girl, you wearing that outfit.
So do you say something?
No, don't even go there. I'm going to bring it up because y'all know y'all say something. Hence, what was it? My hair the other day. What was that? When we was on FaceTime.
But we were joking. You weren't inappropriate. It was just funny.
It was when they was like
red Wendy.
the 80-year-old lady wig. Yes.
No, because I'm red.
I was talking about the red. Oh, I thought we was talking about the red pigtail Wendy.
Oh no. Either one.
They was like, "What'd you say just now?" Girl, you wearing that?
Danny wore a red wig. That was red, and she put pigtails, and she looked like Wendy, like the restaurant Wendy. And she wore it to work, and I was just like, "Girl, you cannot wear that."
Okay,
to work.
question: what was said when people saw you in it?
Oh, Daniel, that's different.
Case in point. There's more than one way to skin a fox.
Oh, that's different. That was exactly what my boss said. That's different.
But okay, so if you really, I am gonna say this: if I felt like you were super duper duper confident and you took a lot of time to do your hair and you really liked that, I wouldn't have made jokes.
Right. We all know I didn't.
Yeah, that was I rolled out of bed.
I rolled out of bed and I had exactly.
But some people do. Some people genuinely take time to put their outfits together, do their hair, and I do. And so then if you guys be like,
you tried, girl. You tried that.
It might hurt my feelings. Do you think that as friends we should be able to be okay with constructive criticism from our friend, or should we just be like, "Girl, you coming for the jugular? Like, ouch."
No, I'm coming for the jugular because if you going out with me, you better look decent.
I agree because you can't bring down the average. But there's a way.
Not the average.
There's a tact.
Okay.
In delivering it, Joanna, let me first say you always dress phenomenal.
Yes,
so
always.
Let me say that.
Even going to the grocery store.
Yeah, exactly. So this is not directed to you, but I mean everybody's taste is different. So I do agree, depending upon the person and the type of relationship. If y'all going out together and you feel like the outfit is inappropriate or it's not their best, you know, it depends. Sometimes you can say, "Hey, you feeling all right? You know, everything all right?" I mean, because sometimes then they be like, "Girl, no, everything crazy." Then I know not to say nothing.
Okay. So one way I can see you solving that problem of your friend not, you know, being on your level of dress when you go out, call each other. Call each other and say, "Hey, girl, what you wearing today?"
Mm-hmm. Ooh, like coordinate your outfits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you wearing leggings and heels or whatever, at least I know, well, I'm always wearing tennis shoes.
She's always wearing tennis shoes, even for dress. Even with the dress.
But, but I will still wear my makeup and I will still dress up and I will have my purse. Yes. But I'm matching y'all fly.
Yeah. And sometimes it's good to just know it. Like, if you talk to the person, be like, "Hey, I don't really have nothing." If you know y'all the same size, give them something to wear.
Oh, because we did go shopping in Rhonda's closet.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
I still got to pick up my stuff out of your closet.
Yes. You still have to pick up your belongings. But yes, just no. Hey, you need a skirt? Here you go. Bam, wear that. You know, set that whole outfit off. You know, encouraging words go a long way.
But I do. There's nothing wrong with basically telling your friend when she off. Now your delivery
matters.
Yes, we talked about that. Okay, so we talked about your spouse. We talked about your friends. What about your family?
Oh, that's a whole.
We all have that family member who's like, why, how, and you want to say something, but you can't. Like, you can't. Like, sometimes your mom may say something and you be like, okay, mom, and really on the inside you want to be like, no, this you shouldn't be doing that, or no, I think you're wrong. Like, how do you navigate that?
I can't speak on my family because they're all hard-headed anyway.
Well, I think everybody is. I think everybody is, and that's what I'm saying. How do you hold them accountable? Because what if somebody, you know, it's that do as I say, not as I do mentality when it comes with elders, especially because it's like, don't smoke, but then they're smoking. Or don't drink and drive, but then you know you got a uncle that is a full-fledged functioning alcoholic. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you hold them accountable for what they're saying and what they're doing without being disrespectful?
I think you can hold them accountable without being disrespectful, but I think no matter how you deliver it, they're going to take it as if you're being shady. No shade.
So this is a very tough situation, because people never forget what you say or how you say it to them, especially when you're calling them out on something. With family, I always say it depends. It depends on the relationship with the person. It depends on the person. Some things, sad to say, it's just better left unsaid. Or if you can get somebody else to say it that maybe they see as their equal, maybe you can pull them aside and say, hey, well, I saw Uncle da-da-da-da or Auntie da-da-da-da and did it, and have that adult that they consider their equal discuss it with them. Because sometimes I do agree there's a level of respect and staying in your place and things of that nature. Because even though I might be 40, my aunts and stuff might be 70 years old. I still can't talk to them, any kind of way. That'll still get me, politely told who I am and where I can go.
Placed back in your place.
Exactly. So sometimes I think sometimes it's better to pull that adult that you do have that cool relationship with and be like, hey, I saw this, and maybe that person can deliver that message and it'll be received the way it needs to be received. So I mean, that's tricky.
Well, we all have kids. I know my oldest, who is a teenager, she will sometimes be like, Mom, today you acting real stink. And I'm like, girl, who are you talking to? What do you mean I'm acting real stink? She's like, no, you just woke up and you just got an attitude. And I'm like, I don't got no attitude. She's like, yes, you do. She's like, and you tell me when I have an attitude, so I'm just telling you so you can get yourself together. You know what I mean? And I'm taken back because I feel like we have a good relationship where we can talk to each other and both, we both see what the other person is saying. But I'm just kind of like, girl, I'm your mother, but she's holding me accountable. Right. And sometimes you need that to help you check your attitude, check what you're doing, reevaluate and fix, so you can go into the world and better approach life or anything in a better mindset. So
because sometimes you don't know you have that attitude, and you don't know you're coming across like that. You're oblivious to it, and it needs to be brought to your attention so you can adjust accordingly. I do agree. Just delivery.
And I think we do a good job of that as girlfriends. We do in this group. We hold each other accountable. There's been times where I'll say something and Danielle to be like, girl,
I gotta check her.
You told the kids to shut up one too many times. I'll be like, but I told them to shut up because they've been talking all day and I need a break.
No. That's a no. Or if I'm yelling at my husband and she'll say, no, Danielle, you have to be calm.
Yes, when I do this, that means you have to stroke his ego, be a little calm, be a little nicer, put a little sweetness in your voice.
But what did I tell you the other night? Fuck that shit.
Yes, she did. But I do feel like, going back to our previous topic, you catch more, you catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. More flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Yeah, so it definitely depends on your delivery, and I think it also depends on the dynamic of your relationship. With bro code, I think we discussed with our husbands already that neither one of them calling each other out. They've already established. It was like they not. They said they not. They like, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just not saying nothing. I'm gonna let him do him. I'm like, oh,
that is a weird bro code.
It is a very weird bro code.
Or you see somebody saying something or doing something. Hey, bro, that was a little harsh the way you spoke to your wife just now.
Hold them accountable.
And they check each other on their outfits too.
Yes, they do.
They check each other on their outfits, which I think is funny because
that's interesting.
They both need help.
I have no opinion of that.
Girl, you got that opinion. Clink, clink.
Women are very important in relationships.
I told them, I was honestly telling my husband today, I said, what is wrong with y'all? I said, just like you're running late, I said, he's not going to call you because you're the one running late. I said, he's probably going to think you're not going to eventually come. I said, communicate.
Yeah.
Communicate. Communication is the key. I said, well, y'all just not calling each other or seeing what's up with each other. I'm like, that's not going to fly, because one person thinking one way and the other person thinking, well, hell, this nigga not coming. I'm about to take my clothes off.
Do you think that that's an issue in our community, like in the African American community, and I do apologize for just saying just African American, but that's the only community that I can relate to. Do you think that the bro code, girl code thing really is an issue in our community, or do you think other communities experience the same thing? Do you think like they're more vocal in holding each other accountable and just being transparent with each other as we are more like surface? Because I feel like that's like a surface relationship when you don't tell the person how they're acting, or you don't call them out on their stuff. I feel like that's real surface. But being transparent and being able to be vulnerable, I think we were talking about that last night, just being vulnerable with each other, that's an issue that a lot of guys in our community have. And I don't know
women too. And
women too. And I don't know if it stems from our egos or what.
Trauma, ego,
yeah,
upbringing. I think it stems from a lot. The pride aspect of acting or having to appear that you have yourself totally together. That's a lot of pressure. And sometimes you act out in rebellion against it, in rebellion against the standard that you have to have it all together. You have to look like you have it all together. And so I agree that in our community sometimes we just put so much pressure on ourselves that we don't want to be vulnerable. You know, it's a sign of weakness. But when we are amongst family and loved ones, we should be able to be vulnerable. We should. That's true. If it's true loved ones, not just somebody you blood related to, but somebody that you consider your family, your heart, someone that you went through the fire with, and they know you should be able at times to say, "Hold, time out. I need to be vulnerable right now."
Yeah. Like people who you're actually doing life with. And I feel like we are doing life with each other. Like we go through stuff and we can call each other. We talk to each other all day. Every day.
Exactly.
FaceTime, group time on the group chat. I know when they're calling me. They know when I'm calling them.
Yes.
And somebody's going to pick up.
Yeah.
All four of us might not pick up, but somebody's going to pick up the phone.
That's why I told you. I said if it's an emergency happen, don't even just call one person. Just call
the group. Because somebody's going to answer.
Yes.
And we be ready to peel out and go check
and be there for each other. And just like today, I tried to hold something back and I was faking and phoning, and y'all was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I tried, but it was like, at this point, just say what you gotta say so you can at least function properly. Because people know when something's really truly bothering you. So I appreciate y'all for that. Even just giving a care about asking, "Hey, you're not yourself today. What's going on?" Oh, I love y'all.
Yes, we love you too. And look, she knows. I sent a very bold text message yesterday. I was like, "Rhonda, we have not heard from you in 2 days." And then she hopped on the call. And
sometimes, you just trying to figure stuff out and you get in your own head. And sometimes you got to get out of your own head and discuss and just enjoy other people's company so that you can properly get through whatever issues and problems that you're dealing with. But that vulnerability is definitely an important thing in being able to be vulnerable.
But to answer your question about are we the only race, I'm going to say no. There are some other races who do not hold each other accountable. I just think, I'm not even going to say I just think, I know. They just make excuses for each other.
Ooh, yeah.
That's true. Just like every other, just like we do, we make excuses. I think everybody's just human. And at the end of the day, we all have that same thing that we need to work on, which is accountability, vulnerability, and just learning to love each other.
Yeah.
Properly.
Yes.
The right way. And not abusing our love for each other. So, I do agree that I think all communities have that same stemming issue.
Yeah. Well, I thank you ladies for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And I thank you guys for tuning in again with us. Again, if you get a chance, check out Barefoot Fruscato Mango.
Absolutely delicious.
It's really good.
Yes.
We saved this little bit for you, Linda, but because you're not here, we're just going to go ahead and drink the rest, and we'll just have to get another bottle. Again, please subscribe to our Instagram channel at dear.desperata
And TikTok.
And like us on Facebook.
Yep.
And be sure to like this video and comment down below, how do you hold your friends, your family, people who you're in relationships with, how do you hold them accountable, and do you think it's important to hold each other accountable in life? Do you think that makes a difference? Do you think that affects your day-to-day life, your quality of life, just everything? Let us know down below, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.